Today, I thought we were out front of Neaters, but they actually closed down, and not some sort of coffee company place. We're right across the street from the Arizona State Research Park. This is part of the ASU campus, and it's located like in the southern eastern side of Tempe. We're gonna go take a walk around there. Supposedly they're filling the lake right now. They just emptied it out to do maintenance, and I think they're filling it up. So I don't know how full it's going to be when we get there, but we can find out. We're gonna go walk. I had to park a little far ways away because the Arizona Research Park, there's a lot of like business center parking stuff in there, and they got a lot of scary signs saying not to park there. So I'm gonna not park there, and we're gonna park across the street over here at these fine establishments and go get our video for the week here. Let me grab my stuff. We have my light because I'm not sure how dark it's gonna be over here. Well, let's go. Yeah. Ow. Now this is Black Rock Coffee Bar. This used to be Neaters. I used to like going here when it was Neaters. It's kind of hard to describe what Neaters was. It was a restaurant, but they serve like almost like sit-down quality food there. So you can get like a roasted turkey sandwich. It'd be like something that you'd get on like Thanksgiving. Alright, so we are recording. We're in the middle of the shopping center over here. The research park is going to be out that way. So we got a little ways to walk. I'm not sure how long this video is going to take today, but we'll see. I thought about bringing the old scooter, but I don't know what the quality of the roads is going to be like or how dark it's going to be. On the street, of course, it's pretty bright. I think we're looking at Elliott right here. We're almost Elliott and Price Road. I believe this is still Tempe. Yeah, this is Tempe. Because we're kind of close to the border of Chandler. Down over here is going to be the main entrance. And it has a pretty extravagant like lighted sign. And I think there's a fountain and stuff over here. So we'll take a look. This side over here is the Discovery Card Center. Right now it's just a dirt lot. They're still establishing it, I guess. But they got a pretty fancy sign up here too that we can go take a look at. It's a little humid out today. It rained pretty hard yesterday. A lot of thunder and lightning. Knocked over several trees, so we might see some damage from that storm as we walk around today. But we'll check it out. This is River Parkway in Elliott, on the corner of the Arizona State University Research Park. That looks pretty fancy. Smells like musty water. Probably from the fountain. Here's the Discovery Card Business Campus. They have a fountain over here on this side too. How about that? Their sign is a little flickery though. It's in the middle of the grass. I don't know if I could be okay to walk over there. Wow, there are some really big roaches on the ground here. Really big roaches. The other side's kind of the same. It doesn't look like that fountain's actually working over there. So let's cross the road here. No voice on this one. We might be hearing some buzzing on the mics, I'm not sure, because we are standing directly underneath power lines, and it seems like we do pick up a little bit of interference when I'm standing underneath those. It's so weird hearing like 4 different fountains in all directions standing here. You got the one behind us, the one across the street, the one across the street over there. And it looks like that one is going. It's just going a little slow. Is he going to let us cross? Oh, finally. Not exactly sure what the Discovery Research Park is, or I mean the Arizona State University Research Park is. I think this is where they have just basically places to research stuff. So they pay like a whole bunch of high-end, prestigious scientists and stuff to do research on things. So this is the main entrance to it. We're coming up to one of the really big, large fountains, the one on the right. It's actually pretty cool. Apparently there's a street race happening. These guys took off. Got their big loud cars. A multi-tiered fountain with a small lake. Pretty well lit. When we come back, maybe we'll go see the one on the other side. If we can come back, we'll see. It's currently sprinkler time. A lot of places like to water the grass at night. It saves a lot of water here in Arizona. If you water during the day, it's so hot outside, it evaporates almost instantly, and a lot of it doesn't get into the root system before it dries out. So by watering at night, it saves water. It's not the best for the lawn though, as it can cause overnight fungus to grow, depending on how saturated the ground gets. It's probably more at risk when it rains and they forget to turn the systems off. Macro Technology Works, as this sign says over here. Let's go take a look at it. I was wanting to take it right because I think the lake is over that way. Let's see what they got here. So Macro Technology Works, Southwest Advanced Prototyping Hub, Advanced Electronics and Photonics Core, Solar Fab Facility, and then a whole bunch of other places. EV Group Incorporated. So yeah, they do all sorts of research and development here. There's a visitor's entrance. There's no way it's open right now. For some reason, the street lights are flickering over here. I should probably be on the other side of the road because that's where the sidewalk is, but this is very eerie. And this isn't the only one that's doing it. I think there's one further down that's doing it as well. Hopefully nobody has any seizure problems. There's some storm damage. That tree lost a couple branches. They look pretty large. I think I hear some water off in the distance. I might have went the wrong way. I kind of looked a little at the map before we got here, but didn't fully look at it. I know the lake's out this way. It kind of intertwines with the rest of this campus. So this light has the opposite problem that the other light has, is it goes brighter for a second and then dark. Well, the other one just goes out. It smells really strange over here. Hard to describe. Here we have a down Palo Verde tree. I like to call these crash trees because every time in the storm this happens. And if your car is parked underneath one, it's wrecked. It's not a very good tree to park underneath for shade. Alright, it's getting fairly dark over here. We'll probably need the light. Putting it on my head now, you might hear a little bit of interference there. And I put it on upside down. Isn't that great? Okay, so I'm seeing some water, but I don't think this is the main lake. We have our light going. This just looks like it's just kind of a basin. It doesn't look like this is actually, like this is just a flooded part from the big storm we had the other day. So we'll continue walking around over here and we'll see what we find. Hopefully we don't run into any security people. There's a lot of erosion over here. No parking fire lane. There's not even a road here. I guess there's reflectors and stuff. We're on like some sort of gravel walkway / driveway, I guess. I don't seem to see or hear any wildlife at the moment. Okay, we have to walk around these rocks. We are definitely not where the lake is. There's chairs out here. Looks like a smoking section. Have to cross this now. No snakes or scorpions there. The humidity here is really, really high. But you can kind of see from down here, not all of this area is wet. There's like a peninsula down here, and then there's just kind of water all around on both sides. This area is kind of drying out. A very humid, evaporating area. Let's see if we can't walk around this area here and get on the other side of this and get to the actual lake, which we're supposed to get to. Ooh, there's a little gecko. There's more geckos. Hopefully I'm not interrupting them. Turn the lights off. As we come up to this short area, and it's pretty steep and very muddy at the bottom of it. Trying to figure out the best way to do this without slipping and dying in mud. I believe I can jump this. Famous last words. The video might end here if I biff this. It's I don't know, maybe about 5 feet wide, and then there's mud at the end. I have all my gears, what I'm worried about. I could try to go somewhere else. Let's YOLO it. If I might biff and die. Barely made it. I did splat my shoe a little bit. I stepped in the mud. Didn't quite jump far enough, but I jumped far enough to not eat it. Well, that's quite an interesting thing to come across here. I hear somebody working on something over there, so we'll stay away from that. Not sure where we're at right now. We're just kind of in the middle of it. Looks like a fitness center right there, and a basketball court. Looks like that there's a walkway over there. I don't know how we get through it. Would prefer to not walk through the unmarked desert path. Alright, what is this? Like a giant air tank? Something's being used. Not sure what type of air it is. It's not explosive though, according to the little number chart on there. It is an oxidizer of some sort. I think I see the reservoir where the lake is over there. Let's see if we can't get back on track here, because we're kind of off in the weeds. It got a lot hotter over here. There's high humidity over here on this side too. Lots of crickets out tonight. Something stinks over here. Smells like rotting wood. Looks like there's another downed tree over here. I think this dark area over here is finally the lake where we're supposed to go see. Maybe. There is a rope around it. Not sure if we'll be able to get any closer to this. Oh, it's a chain. Let me just check the map real fast and see where we're at. So it looks like we are overlooking. This is the lake that's over there, according to this here. I thought that there would be a walk path around the lake. It looks like there is on the map. We have to go that way though. So let's go. Here. Something to be concerned of here is there is a coned off road area here. But that might just be the cars. So we'll take the sidewalk, which is definitely not coned off, and walk that way. Now I'm on an official path. Although I think we're close enough to the building that I could be considered unauthorized. Probably should have came here during the day because this is my first time being here. I've driven by this place a lot, but I've never been here. There's another downed tree from the storm. Alright, where's this lake at? Is this the lake? There's no way this is the lake. I hear water. I think this fence here is the lake. Okay. This looks like the walkway around the lake. The humidity has gone way, way, way up here. Let's see what we got. We have like a little amphitheater that we're in right now. Yeah, it's definitely feeling still. This looks like the dock for boats. There's a fountain here, but the water is really low. chessboards. Looks like people are playing with screws and bolts. Maybe for checkers. Technically there's supposed to be a fence here, but the fence is down right now, which is how we're able to get so close to this place. I didn't realize the lake was this deep. It goes pretty far down there. Here's the little fountain. I'm not sure if this is new water going into the thing or is this recirculating from down below. I imagine that this would be more interesting to look at during the day. I did find the fill tube. There it is over there. Right out there. It looks like a little 4-inch pipe. It's going to take forever to fill this up. I wonder what type of water they're using to fill this with. It's probably reclaimed water. This fence has probably been down because of the storms. It doesn't look like it was vandalized. Looks like there's an actual sidewalk path around here. Might have been able to scoot all the way around it. It's kind of sad that they put this blanketing over it. You can't see in there. I guess it's to hide the ugliness of a empty lake, but I want to see it. There's the fill port. The one place where it's being filled up. Someone made a post about it online. I think it's already been filling for more than a week. Some big roaches on the ground here. Alright, so we're walking around the lake. The lake, I believe, goes under the ground and continues in that direction, but our video's already kind of getting a little long because we got lost on the way in. But we finally found what we came here to look at, and it's covered with sheets. And it's not well lit up down there. This is definitely a very interesting place. Right now we're walking underneath pine trees, I mean. There's a mesquite tree. And then I don't know what this type of tree is, but it does not look native here. These trees are dead. Another mesquite. It's really hot and humid over here. I hear another fountain over here. Looks like we're to the edge of the lake here. Gonna loop back up and around. We have another directory sign that might tell us what's in these buildings here. Let's go take a look. There's a fountain over there. Oh, this is the rules. No boating includes motorized, non-motorized, and remote controlled. Aw. So you mean I can't bring my power boat here? My little RC one that I totally don't have? This says Walgreens. Like the pharmacy. I thought they were closing down. Walgreens mail service. That's what this area is. I don't know what's going on with Walgreens, but most of them are closing up. Like many of the ones by my house are all closed now. They used to be everywhere, like one on every corner. I think if we follow this street, it kind of gets us back up to where we were on the main entrance. It looks like I see more lake on the other side over here. There's nobody coming. There's no real way to cross the walk over here correctly. So we're just gonna kind of wing it. Alright, there's more lake on this side. Ooh, it really stinks over here. It must be the sprinklers. They're spraying the dirty reclaimed water into the air. It smells like sewer water. This reservoir looks a lot more full than the other one around the other side there. Bright enough that I don't need my light anymore. There's not a lot of landmarks here, but there's another downed tree. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna check the map. Where are we at? Okay, we are near the southern lake. If we follow South River Parkway, there will be another third lake that we cross here. And then we will head up there. Back to where we came out. So we just keep following this and snake it up. Let's do it. Smells like pumpkins. Like when you carve a pumpkin and you smell the insides of it. For some reason I'm smelling pumpkins right now. Now I'm smelling sewer again. The humidity's gone way up again. Smelling a mixture between pumpkins and sewer. Well, this place was quite the adventure at night. We walked in the middle of a dirt area. We almost slipped and died in a mud crossing. Down trees everywhere, and we saw the reservoir getting refilled. And we saw a pretty cool fountain at the very opening. This place isn't very friendly to walking. It seems like we ran into a lot of spaces that kind of just ended. We might need the light again. I'm seeing some cones up here. That's a really big tree. Cones are marking out this section of sidewalk, which is getting pushed up by the roots of the big tree. Reproductive Medical Institute is what this building says. It smells really funny over here. A mixture of like fish bait and cleaning equipment. Whatever this corner building is for sale. Is anyone looking for a large office complex? Transwestern for sale. The building. 133,000 square feet. This is where I was gonna park when I first got here. But when I was driving around in there, it looked like there's a whole bunch of scary signs that said don't park there. No trespassing. I was like, I better not risk it. So I was originally going to park here because it's like right across the street from the lake. But I ended up going up the street a little ways to formerly Neaters. Definitely glad I brought the headlamp today. It'd have been very difficult to navigate without it. The good old Petzl. I think it's an IRA 2 or something like that, Area 2. Bright Horizons, early education and preschool. Oh yeah, it's all empty inside there. see through the glass windows is just an empty internal building. Are they trying to sell the building, or I thought that you like rent this stuff? And there's something I haven't noticed. There hasn't been any live anything really. Like I haven't seen any jackrabbits. I haven't seen any foxes. I haven't seen any birds. So there's this other end of the reservoir that's being filled. And here is the northern lake. The humidity's climbed up again. We're almost back to the entrance. We'll see the other fountain and then head back to the car and do our sign out. Thought I heard something behind me. Don't see anything. Spooky. This building, for some reason, has a lookout deck. Looks like there's a piece of equipment up there. Like a scissor lift. Something. I'd imagine that office spaces are kind of a hard sell right now. Kind of, why would you want an office space? Well, we're gonna have to find another way around that. That's a big tree that's down over there. So we're gonna walk in the bike lane. It's brighter out here anyway. This whole time that we've gone down here, this car up here is the only car that I've seen drive by. So this is a fairly quiet road at this hour. Right around midnight. It's 12:16 a.m. Friday morning. This video comes out in a couple of hours. You guys will be seeing it soon. As long as there's no problems or anything. Make sure we're still recording here. The humidity's gone down, but the heat's gone up. This looks like a kid's play center. There's a playground out back behind a fence. This tree looks like it was damaged by a storm at one point, but left to grow. So it eventually fixed itself and matured into a big tree. Alright, I see Elliott Road. We're coming up to the fountain. take my headlamp off. My forehead's sweaty. It adds to the heat level. Alright, we're kind of back where we started. There's the flickering light that we had over there. So we were kind of going in the right direction. We should have just stayed straight down that way instead of turning that way. Either way, though, we had fun. Might be better to come back here during the daytime. In the winter. When you can actually enjoy being outside. Not in the dead middle of summer in August. Some of the hottest times in Arizona. Alright, our last stop at the research park for this visit is going to be the other side. So we kind of got that one on that side. Now we're on this side. Very much the same presentation. I can't imagine that this is very cheap to operate. This is probably pretty expensive. I guess this is where the research grant money goes. To run a giant fountain and light stage 24/7. It is pretty cool looking though, with the palm trees and the lights on them like that. Whew. The humidity's gone up again. It looks like we can only cross the road from one side of the street. So we'll have to walk around the other side. And then beep the button to get back over. Finally! Let's hope that the car is still there. I was what looked to be the only car in the lot. So hopefully nobody messed with my stuff. Ah! Giant roach almost got on me. Been busy a lot this week. A lot of stuff happening. I think yesterday was the unluckiest day that I've had in a long time. I woke up on time, everything was good there. Got out of the house a little later than I wanted to before work. Decided to go get a sandwich before work. from Jimmy John's. And that took forever. I ordered it ahead of time to go pick it up, but I still had to wait in line behind people. They didn't know what they wanted, and they're ordering like 6 sandwiches. Then on the way to work, I had to stop at every stoplight that was possible to stop at. I just caught every single one. I get all the way to work, and the employee lot, little bars, the little things that go up and down when you beep your card to get in, were broken. And there was a line of cars trying to get in there all the way down the street. There's a good mile long of cars because they couldn't get in. So to ensure that I would get to work on time, I had to go to another lot area that wasn't meant for employees and actually had to pay parking to make sure I got to work on time. Because whatever happened really broke some stuff for that. So I had to pay $20 to park for the whole day on top of all that. It's not fun. A lot of stresses at work. People needing papers and needing things signed and needing to redo things that other people have already done. You know, normal fun stuff that you get to do when you work. At least this part of the day was okay. We managed to get all the way in there, got what we needed for our video, and came all the way back. Cars in one piece. No tickets on the windshield. And everything recorded correctly, it looks like, because everything is here and everything is recording as it should be. It's hot, so I'm a little sweaty. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Leave likes, comments, subscribe for some more binaural recording sights and sound with me hosting. Don't know where we're going next week. We have some ideas of some places. I wanted to see if I could maybe go to a downtown area at night. We went to Mesa downtown. We went to what the heck is that other place? We went to another place that was downtown, but there's a couple other cities around here. I wanted to go to the downtown areas at night and see what it's like. But we'll see. Stay tuned for some more, and see you guys next week. Have a good one.